0809-030-6416. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. Please don't forget, turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Didn't see or hear, please do not make mention of it. And very importantly, keep your conversation civil. Now, because of the peculiarity and the sensitivity of this particular program, I encourage you to please call in or send a message to either corroborate or to disavow based on your standpoint of a particular report. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight to it.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, Barry Digadam is speaking to us from OGRA. We have Michael in Burkiri. Barry, please, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds. Go on, please.
Hello, Port Harcourt.
Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning, Jude. Samuel, your mama. Come. Jude, I thought the bus stop for this bus driver to pick up and drop passengers. Why is it that anytime they pick passengers from bus stop, someone from nowhere will just come and say, "Pilot, cut and come"? I saw it yesterday with my kuro eyes. A bus driver picked up like 2 passengers. Someone from nowhere said, "Pilot, cut and come." They even damaged the bus driver's side mirror because of 200 naira at Amici bus stop. I don't know the situation we are in this state. Let the Commissioner for Transport do something about it. Because this is getting out of hand, Jude.
It is worrying. Interestingly, I was on that road. Thank you. I was on that road yesterday. Michael is in Burkiri. Michael, good morning to you, please. Welcome.
Please, I want to call on the Drug Law Enforcement Agency. I know they don't have enough operational vehicles, according to them. Dude, they should help. The amount of people selling these illegal drugs, the number is increasing by the day. You people, I know you are very conversant with them. Just come to Bedima Street, Creek Roads, should be their mates. Come to Nibe Waterfront. That fire engulfed that jetty. You know that jetty has been like that. I'm telling you, since that fire engulfed.
No repairs have been carried out.
Nothing has been carried out. Nothing. It's still like that. Dude, I also want to commend that before now, at this UP school at Burkiri, 2 mentally challenged persons have actually built a makeshift house where they live.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, sometimes, yes, but sometimes this week or last week, I discovered that the makeshift has been demolished. I want to commend whoever did that. It was an eyesore. Lastly, the drains at that UP side. Last time I told you that I saw a student throwing trash into the drain. They are still doing it. The drains are blocked on both sides of the road. I want to call on Riwama. I want to call on the caretaker chairman. Then lastly, the number 6 feet, he should be looking to. That place has turned into where mentally challenged people go and sleep. Part of the iron has been looted.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Michael speaking to us from Burkiri. We have Zion in GRA. Zion, good morning to you, please.
Good morning to you, Jude.
Good morning.
Over the weekend, I went to Bayelsa. And honestly speaking, that bus sport is something else. The East-West Road is something else. Over 2,000 trucks were stopped there, including the one conveying livestock, goats, cow, and the rest of them. Tomatoes, pepper, the rest of them. And some of those cows are even dead in the record. Goats.
Wow.
Study the whole issue, it narrows down to the driving pattern of these trailer drivers. If they can maintain a single lane, vehicles will flow. If I tell you that right from that's going to Bayelsa, all the trucks were lined up down to Indiama Bridge.
It's a
The
long.
KK Bridge. Even was crossing the bridge to tell you how bad it was that day. I want to suggest that if the River State and the Bayelsa State government can insert them marshals that can help control these drivers, the traffic will flow as a remedial as we await the repair of these roads.
Okay.
Because if we want to continue like this,
Okay. Zion, please do call back or maybe send a message back.
That's my humble.
How do you know it's illegal? Do you know? Did you go to find out if they have permissions, permits? Did they meet government prerequisites demands?
Jude, I am an Ubuntu person. In fact, I am a traditional ruler.
Okay.
For somebody to come to my community for any oppression, I must be notified.
I see.
I don't know if you're understanding me.
Very clearly.
Yeah. Ezekiel, calling from Ubuntu.
Thank you very much. Ibiso is on Audley Road. Ibiso, good morning to you, please.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Port Harcourt. Welcome, please.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, Jude, I want to agree with the first caller, but that these boys are always obtaining drivers don't just about the bus stop. And it's high time for the transport ministry to look into that because it's creating big problems. You have 245 euros. Use hit somebody's headlight. It's not a good one. Now, let me go to my own eyewitness report. But if somebody posts, can I call his name? There is not a false information.
No, just the name is irrelevant. Just let's know the information.
This Mukuru area. Now, when that's the secretary, now people are taking it to alternative road, and a big heavy-duty truck hits bus. This truck is like a crane. This truck that is carrying containers.
Okay.
No, and that's thank God nobody lost their life. My concern is now, and some health workers are complaining in different areas. They have some vaccine in the local government secretariat that is in the cold room that they are using to treat people, and they don't have access to that place. And that team supposed to be working every day, and some of these dogs are spoiled, and people are going through different challenges. No way to go there, no way to treat the patients, and we are losing life. If the authority knows what to do, is to allow these health workers go there and take the thing. Jude, for the past 1 month, people are not selling, and they will start begging on the street. Urgent 2,000, urgent 1,000 naira. People are doing petty business and not doing their business again. And the hardship is growing every day. Nobody is smiling. And I'm not a prophet of doom. Somebody can just take illegal things to succeed, which is not good. You like taking a walk without telling anybody. Go to different areas. People are selling out in the council sector. They're not selling it again. No way to feed their family.
No way to feed. That's a genuine concern.
They are saying all is well.
Okay.
These people that are authentic workers to do their work. The state is losing revenue.
All right, Ibiso, thank you very much. We'll be back after this break with more eyewitness reports.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.
right now. WhatsApp 0809 030 6416, 0809 030 6416. And we'll also check on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. As always, just a slight rule. Well, it's a major one because it has to do with everybody's rights and privileges. Please turn down the volume of your radio set, refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comment, and please keep your conversations civil. And because of the peculiarity of this particular program, we ask of you that if you have any information passed on, all right, and you have a different vantage point, please do call in or send a message to either corroborate or to disavow.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
This one says, this is the third time I'm making transfers to 3 different bank accounts. Banks in Nigeria are stealing from their customers secretly. All right. I won't say they are stealing, but I would say maybe due to network downtime, and there's always a very simple way. You can make a complaint. Your app keeps a record. So between your app and the server, when you get to the banking premise, they usually, resolve those issues. Victor is Rumo Krushi. Victor, good morning to you. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
Very fast. In Port Harcourt, one thing I observed is that anything that doesn't happen to you, that doesn't mean anything until it happens to you. It doesn't concern you. That's how I look at it in Port Harcourt here. Dude, you remember when I've been complaining about this very town? It's like they are recruiting every day. Because of 100 naira, somebody will break a glass of with 5,000, 6,000 something. Because of 100 naira, they are everywhere in bus stop. You just stop to carry somebody or just stop to drop somebody. Somebody will just bust out. Give us money, give us money. Which money? Before you know, they break your glass or they steal one thing or they remove something from your motor. Another one is about that guy that I report that time at God is Good. Along Aba Road, yeah, God is Good. Where you have a Genesis bus stop. That place that we call a bridge.
Okay.
That guy still always come out there in the night. Now it's like maybe he got a report, a report that maybe they have reported him on radio station. So he now come time to time, not every time like as usual. He will be walking as if he wants to enter a bus. Any bus that stop for him, everybody there is victim. The other day I saw him immediately he pretended as if he was a passenger just coming back from this thing from God is Good there. One bus just slow down along that dustbin there. So everybody in that.
Oh dear. What happens to everybody? I was going to ask that question. What happens to everybody when he gets into their vehicle? All right. Let's read messages now on WhatsApp. Okay. This one says, I agree with design. To me, the East West Road, the governments are not serious about it. Take Lagos Ibadan Express, for example. The road is busy. This West Road is also busy. And it leads to the refinery and seaports. That's very true. The government are generating good revenue from there. Why are they playing with this road? The people from this area are suffering every day. I blame the government and our top officials from the South. Thank you very much. Okay. Oviri says, please kindly inform the management of the solar lights in Rivers State that the solar lights in many communities haven't gotten to Igruta, e.g. Omuaya, Omueke, Agboga, Omoduku, Umuchi, and other towns in Igruta. We are all producing communities for God's sake. Oviri, thank you very much. Well, I think that's a very honest and legitimate complaint or call. He's noticed, obviously this person must have visited several streets and several communities in and around Port Harcourt, and it's probably saying that, yes, solar lights are being placed in a lot of residential areas. And so those lights should also be in the rural areas as well, if not more so, right? All right, thank you very much, Oviri. I think that's a very fair and understandable, complaint. All right, go back to the phone lines, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Now, yesterday, if you remember, it was in the news that the vigilante service around the Jobo axis, made a report about the corpse of a baby that was found in one of the drainages where you had the manhole covers. Speaking of the manhole covers, I was after I left here yesterday. Immediately after I left here, right? I went to my one to Lagos. I rode on the buses, there's the big Volkswagen buses, the mini bus, the one that everybody calls keke buses, right? To Lagos and back. I stopped at mile 3. I stopped at Ikoku, right? MNEK. Where else did I stop? Pepperoni. There's one very big hotel. Danford or something. It's a big hotel just close to where the bridge is. All right. Stopped there. I went into the markets. Mile 3 market, mile 1 market. Also went to Ojoto. And I've lived there for a long time. And I have to say this. Despite the presence of these bridges, right? You would expect that, as that type of things there, because they demolished houses around those areas, as people start to rebuild, the place will start to have a cleaner look. It didn't have a cleaner look. It really didn't have. In fact, I don't know. Well, I can mention the name of the street so that some of you who don't know probably learn. There's a place in Diobu area called Echwe Street. In fact, it's one of those streets that you can go through all the way down. In fact, you can use that road, the Echwe Street area. You can go from the back. You won't even come to the Echwe Road. You just keep going down and you get to other areas. In Diobu to the waterfront. It's a very interesting drive if you do take it. Now, so I was taking buses and taxis, all of those areas. And I like to say that a lot has to be done. I don't quite know, but I understand more so than I've ever done before when people call in from those areas and say they don't get to feel the presence of the government, whether it's the local government or the state government. They don't really get to feel it. What they see is the police presence, right? But it's not community policing in the sense that people feel entirely safe, secure, or whatnot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everybody here is living in fear. But, guys, if you're listening to us right now, I'm coming. Just give me a minute, please. I'm going to get back to your messages. But I think that, from what I saw yesterday, I think that entire axis needs some form of intervention. Some form of intervention. Whether it is structural intervention, whether it is financial intervention, whether it is spiritual intervention, there needs to be something that has to happen in that area. Because that Diobu area, unfortunately, it seems as if it is cordoned off. It seems it's very close, right, to the Obunabali axis. If you go through D line, right, it's very close to the government house, right. It's also very close to Eagle Island. You can use the routes there to get to Eagle Island. But for some weird reason, that entire area that I just made mention, from all the way from Ojoto down to Elabuchi, to MNEK, Ikoku, Echwe, all those places look like they are not part of Rivers State. And no, it's not because they are attached houses, no. But it's just, there's a sense that these people are cordoned off. And it's almost psychological. And once again, I'm not trying to be an alarmist. I'm only telling you that I went yesterday. I took my time. The complaints about the manhole covers being missing, very true. In fact, At one point, I got to see a lot of people around one particular manhole. Maybe that's the manhole that they claimed that the corpse of the baby was found in. I don't know, right? And then further down, right, where you have the police station, the amount of people who were carrying out illegal activities, I'm not saying they were carrying drugs, but they were obviously not meant to be there. Obviously not meant to be there. So, I like to say this, that for those of you for the past 6 months or so that have been complaining about these roads, about these areas, it's true. For those of you who live in the GRA phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, in Woji, in Odili Road, Abuloma, Akpajo area, look, you really need to gird your loins right now because that area needs government intervention. Michael is on the line from Buruki. Michael, good morning to you. Good morning.
I totally agree with everything that just narrated. The way Duke is, that is old Patakota. Anyways, it's all part of old Patakota shit. But the picture you have created the same thing with what's going on in Creek Road. And I don't know if you remember one comment bridge. Jerry talks about the Creek Road, the Lagos bus stop. I also make complaint about that almost every now and then. The same thing. Dude, we don't need any spiritual intervention. What you need is just character reformation. That's what to do with spirituality. Have you gone to GRE, like the core GRE, like Old Fulham, and see people pouring the saliva on the ground anyhow? Oh, come here, go to jail. People pour saliva recklessly. They don't care. The other day I was at Creek Road. One woman selling this animal eyes that they call pomo. Even though she was sitting on this paint bucket, this paint bucket.
Yes.
No cover. She was sitting on it. I was in the bus watching her. She was bringing out the pomo from the bucket. After she brought out the pomo from the bucket, she now sat on the bucket uncovered. So you can imagine her flaws if she has any microorganisms directly into the bucket of the meat. You can imagine that they pour saliva at any. They take off Qatar as in recklessly. If you go to Osab and you organize places, you see such things. Meanwhile, we are the same human beings. We are taking
we're the same human beings.
But why our lifestyle is strange? People just salivate anyhow they like. If you come to time, it's like a free for all. It's like a jungle. No, that my thing you're talking about. It's not close to the Maitri police station.
It is.
That town operates freely. Car operates freely on shelf. The Lagos bus stop you're talking about, that is where the National Road Union Worker Chairman, Mr. Boma, his office is there. Are you telling me Mr. Boma doesn't know that there are boys scouting around, all around the bus stops in this university? What has NUROTW done? That's why I'm a driver. I don't belong to the association. I told them. They left their core duties. They claim to be an arm of NLC, but they don't protect the interests of the drivers. So, dude, we don't need spiritual thing. It's physical. Character information. That is all I know. It's not physical. It's not spiritual.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Michael says it's not spiritual intervention we need. It's a character reformation. All right. 08179230002. 08179230007, 08179230002, 08179230002. All right, WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Good morning to everybody in the studio. My eyewitness report is the gutter at Mbanao Camp Junction. It is not well connected, so flood is carrying people staying along pipeline. Please let the government do right to do something. Bob from Oyigbo. All right, Bob, thank you very much. Good morning. My eyewitness report is this. How can police officers accompany illegal task force on their illegal duties or operation? The issue of police now in Port Harcourt is now like criminals arresting criminals. Imagine police apprehending lawbreakers when they are chiefs in breaking those same law. Drugs now become something that has gone out of control in Port Harcourt. Is indecency and nakedness among ladies now completely acceptable? Because I no longer understand. Okay. He doesn't understand. You know, this conversation about indecency in terms of dress, in particular among female folk, it's a very dicey one. But I think I understand where this complaint is going to, because it's a very difficult line to thread as regarding your rights to expression and your rights to be indecent, and also the right of the next person not to be offended by your expression. It's a very fine line. Very fine line. Well, we'll take one more call and then read messages. 92.3, good morning to you, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
Yeah, my name is Great Favor.
Well, go on, Great Favor, very quickly.
My eyewitness report is on this police station. These NMPC stations, they don't dispatch their fuel. They divert it for other police stations to serve.
How do you know they divert the petrol, please?
Yes, I got information from one of the stations.
Okay.
Along NTA Road. They don't dispatch all their fuel. When they put 45,000 liters, they only give 15,000 liters. And 30,000 liters. So I don't know if the government can send people or people to be checkmating them. That is why you are seeing scarcity of food everywhere.
Okay, all right.
That is my evidence report.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's quickly get to the anonymous caller here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is okay. I'm calling from Vita.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. My own eyewitness is that I don't know. At night, the governor should send some special team to test our stoplights, the road lights, the street lights.
Okay.
Those lights, some of them are not working. And you know this is raining period, and you need those lights to work to avoid accidents. All the way from P4I, you're coming towards the Moko. Almost all those lights are all down to the what's it called, Salvation Ministry.
Okay.
To the Vita police station.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Roundface, it's a lengthy message, but basically complaining about the bad roads that we have inside Rumekini. No single internal road, and it is tied as we are in the business now. Nowhere to step our feet in, especially inside the school road in Rumekini. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Roundface. Let's get to read this one on Facebook. This one says, Amifo says, I just saw a chubby lady with a guy arguing over non-settlement of overnight deal. My concern is some guys are taking that dude towards Iwofe Road just now. What overnight deal? What do you do overnight? Okay. Pi Festus, it's a very lengthy message. It says there are some sets of people living along the East-West Road, close to the new road. These people practically throw bottles on the road, not minding whether it's broken bottles, capable of the tires. All right, I think those people should be removed from that place. All right, thank you very much. Whew. Well, I'd like to tell you that most of the reports that you have, we usually, send someone else, just, see if we can ask questions and things like that. But in this strive for development, you are probably the most important cog in the wheel. Thank you once again. Good morning.
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.